Hey guys, today we are going to recover and sort of restore an old Volkswagen set of sun visors. And these are late model sun visors, but I think most of them are the same, and even for bus and bug and all this stuff. But these are from a Karmann Ghia. But they were all similarly constructed, and they all kind of go back sort of the same way. So what you're going to start with is something that looks like this. If it's anything like mine, there's mold and so forth. What you want to do is take a pair of scissors or something along those lines and cut the plastic off, and it just sort of will slide. There you go. And then all this foam is probably rotten if yours are anything like mine. And at this point you sort of need to assess whether or not you have a rebuilder or whether you have a piece of trash. And this piece of cardboard or fiberboard kind of stuffs up into this little metal rail, and then it's just held on by friction. If you have one like this that's popped out of the slot, you can take a screwdriver and open up these slots, stuff it back in there, and kind of squeeze it all back together. Don't forget your little screw here, because you're going to need it at the very end. After I stripped this one clean, I took some fiberglass resin, just cheap, parts store Bondo fiberglass resin, mixed up a little bit and coated it so that it gave a little bit of strength to the fiberboard. This stuff's kind of soft and flexible. This made it hard and stiff. I've cut out my blank. I've marked a center line on the blank, so this is where it's going to fold over the top. I want my pattern here to align with that center line. So what I've done is taken a ruler and lining it up, just follow one big thread all the way across and just line it all up so that you have a straight line. Then you can take your pattern and lay that center line. We get it straight, and then we can start to super glue the fabric to our backing here. We're lined up with our ruler. This is just CA glue. This is the medium. The fast will glue your fingers to something quicker than you can imagine. The medium, I find, is more my speed. You can always get an accelerator and make it go even faster. This seems to work for me. We'll kind of show this in real time here a little bit. You have to be careful with the foam. You don't want to sort of wrinkle the foam up and ruin your pattern, because the fabric really won't stretch much, and you want it sort of tight over your visor. So you can always feel this stuff start to stiffen up, and so you just kind of, I always start with what I know. I start with the straight lines, and then I fill in the corners last. So there we go, there's that piece. I'm going to keep the ruler here for a little while so I can make sure I'm not walking the pattern at all. And so we'll stick a little more in here. We're going to do a line a little bit longer this time, like that. And I always just like to keep lots of pressure in lots of places, so helps to have big hands. So I'm gluing basically just right up to where it starts into the corner, and I'll save that. We'll come back and do that in a bit. So we should have a majority of our straight line done here in just a second, and then what we're going to do is we're going to hop over to the other side and get that big straight line done, and that'll set our pattern up, and we can check it against our visor and see if we're lined up the way we think we should be. Because this is definitely, if you're going to change it, this is the time to change it before you've done all your cutting and start to cuss and swear. So we're still lined up good with the ruler. I'm going to scoot the whole thing this way, and we're going to start operating on this edge back here. And we're going to go in the same manner. I'm going to start right here in the center, just a little short line, maybe that long. We're going to, nice even pressure, just fold it up. There we go. And it's okay, once you got it where you want it, you can let the rest of it go and kind of buckle up like that. But when you're lining everything up, you know, you want everything nice and neat. Okay, so we're here. And we're going to move almost over here. Again, we're going to straight. Straight, we're going to go it. So you have to glue right here. You can glue back up. Once you got it, and read things. I don't think probably guys do. Good. I'll do it. Those are pretty awesome. So that's what we're going to do over here. We're going to do that same work. We're going to add all scratch sweep. Push down. Do some here, yes. Just trying to shoot that. Nice and neat. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to take our ruler out. We're done with the ruler. Put this guy right where he goes, and fold us over here. Take a look. That top line looks nice and straight. The fabric is good. I think that's a winner, so we might as well go ahead and do the rest of it. I'm trying not to bore you guys to death, so I'm not showing you all the little details, but when you get to an inside corner, you have to make slits, and on fabric like this, the fabric will stretch just a little bit. It'll actually open up on an inside corner, so you want to cut shy of the edge and then just, you know, push everything in there, and it'll make a nice tight corner for you. Vinyl sometimes takes a heat gun to make that happen. So my next move on this will be to bring this flap over, and then we'll start cutting some of these outside corners. So we'll glue inside of there. And, you know, don't be afraid to show the material exactly where you want it to go, because if you don't tell it, it's not going to guess. So you just kind of got to sort of give it some direction. It'll wrap around real nice, just like that. Sometimes you got to do them in twos, sometimes they work in ones. This one looks like a one down here. I hope you can see that. I should bring it this way a little bit. So you just kind of gather everything up, hit it with the scissors. That one looks like it was probably a good cut first round right there. Yep. So we just reach down inside of there, little glue. Again, just got to show it where you want it to go. Just like that. There we go, another nice round corner. I just kind of keep pushing until the glue's totally dry, because a lot of times it gets better and better as you push it. This one's almost big enough for 3. I think we can do it in 2. I think we can. So let's give that one a cut first, just like it was. Okay, and we're just trying to pull this. You know, if you take the curve and you look for the, you know, center of the curve, that's the direction you want to pull everything. So we're going to look at that and come back. We're going to put a little glue in here. We're going to put a little bit of glue on the other side. We're not going to go all the way around because we're going to have to do this again. So we're pulling in that, and then we're going to push in the corner just a little bit, just like that. Just looking at it, trying to make it nice and round. That's all we're doing. Okay. You guys can see, you know, we're doing this in real time with this medium. It dries pretty quick. The fast is like almost instant. So here we go. Here's the second half of the corner. And if you get all done and these all translate through, you know, you can see the pucker, you can glue them again. You can always glue them again. So here we go, a little more glue both sides. We're going to start with this one over here. Come in through here. Start over there. Push that one into where it goes. Push that guy where we want him to go. You know, by the time you get done, you sit here and work on it. That's nice and smooth. All the way around, no puckers. You do this stuff like that, sometimes you do it back in your video, because you're ready to do something, and put it here, and back in your video, and take your and there we go. You have to think about how this is going to go through. You can sew from two sides here. You can sew from this side, and if we look at the foot, we need to the foot's going to feed that way. So if I start it like this, it'll feed in. I can come around and come down this edge. If I start from the other side, same place, it's going to be on the inside here, and I can't get, I get all caught up. I don't know if you guys can see all of that, but there you go. Yeah. So there's the inside of the sewing machine. So we need to start on this way, like this. Very important. Now, of course, you could fold this up and all that kind of stuff. It just makes for more headaches on a task that's already pretty difficult. So we're going to set our machine here so the feet are all the way up. Then you actually have to kind of jam this in there because there's so much stuff. So here we go. Now in these tight corners, oftentimes I lift up, turn a little bit, set it back down. Then we have to stop right here. We got our board in, so we've got to be very careful that our needle doesn't hit the board. So we're going to do our couple quick forward strokes here. And then backwards to lock it in. Then back to forward again. Got a little off track right here. So we're going to bust this seam back open, take it back apart, and fix that, get it right back on track. There we have it. Decent, but not awesome. Okay, we pulled it apart 5 times here on the end to get it right. Sometimes you just gotta keep going. I still got a couple of little teeny puckers. I'm gonna see if I can work them out. Alright, we cut the seams there, fix that little boo-boo. Looks good on both sides now. I'm proud of that. I'll put that in the car, and we'll call that one done. We'll just take a quick look at the mounting in case you've taken yours apart and don't remember how it goes. This is a convertible. This is the driver's side. And on the back side there's a spring, there's a washer, and then there's a cotter pin right there. So that's how it goes if you've forgotten. And so we're going to take these guys and we're going to go install them on our car. There they are, installed in the car. Yeah, I like them. I'm digging them. Everything works. Yep. Flip down, come out of the doodad, go to the side, flip up, whatever it takes. Sorry. They'll probably sit like that 99% of the time because the top will never be up on this bad boy.
Don't let your meatloaf